Morning, dear student. I am Rupak Shah from the Millennium School, South City, Lucknow. Today we will be starting the new chapter number 2, Force and Laws of Motion, lecture number 1. Before I start the chapter, let me introduce this topic that we already studied in junior classes about the force. That force is always a push and pull, which is required to meet some changes. So as an introduction, let me tell you that force is a push or pull which can cause any change in direction, which can cause a change in position or motion. Position, normally I told you, is counted vertically and motion linear. It means if a body is moving in a horizontal or linear position, that is called change in motion, and if it is falling down or going up, then it's called position. We'll be clearing about this two words later on also, but if such type of changes happen, change in the velocity, change in the motion, change in the height, then that's called change in position or motion. And third, change in shape and size, that's called configuration. It means any push or pull which can cause change in direction, change in height, velocity, change in shape, size and configuration, that push and pull is called force. But let's take one example also. For example, if we are increasing or decreasing the velocity to the speed, that's called change in motion. If a body is falling down or thrown up, that's called change in height. Similarly, there will be change in direction by steering of the vehicle and change in shape and size by stretching of rubber band. So these examples are very commonly used, which can easily justify how the force is applied on any object which can cause such type of changes. So please remember, change in motion means change in velocity, change in position means change in height, change in direction, change in shape and size, that is all configuration. So these are the desired changes which can be caused by force. Now let's take types of forces. There are two types of forces. One is called balanced force and another is called unbalanced force. To take the balanced force, let's take with the definition first. The force acting in two opposite direction or sides are equal and no net motion is possible is called balanced force. Let's take the diagram first. Can you see this diagram? This is the body. There are two forces which is acting on opposite direction. You can see the direction, they are opposite, and one of the forces F1, other force is F2. Here both the forces are equal. F1 is equal to F2. We are taking them equal. So if you subtract them, the net force will come 0. I'm sorry. So if your net force is 0, your body will not move. It means the motion is not possible. But dear student, follow one more thing. If there is a balanced force, the body can also move in same speed. That's called uniform motion. It means there can be two results of balanced forces. Either no motion is possible, means body is remaining at the rest. It will not show any change in the motion. Or either it is moving in the same speed. For example, it is moving in 5 meters per second, it will remain in the 5 meters per second. That's called, it moves in a constant speed or velocity. It remains in the uniform motion. So please understand that balanced force can be possible in two conditions where the net force becomes 0. Right? So unbalanced force, same diagram, force are in the opposite direction, but now either of the forces are increasing. It means either this is greater than F2 or you can say F2 is greater than F1. It means they are not equal. So if they are not equal, their net force cannot be 0. As a result, if I subtract F1 with F2, the net force cannot be 0. So how do you define them? If the forces acting in opposite direction on a body are unequal, motion is possible. Motion means change in the speed. It will not continue. It means that, for example, it is in 5 meters per second. It may change its speed more or it can decrease. It will not remain same. And such type of force is called unbalanced force. कहने का मतलब ये है, प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, कि मान लिया कोई बॉडी 5 मीटर पर सेकंड में चल रहा है और हमने अनबैलेंस फोर्स लगाया है, तो वो 5 मीटर पर सेकंड नहीं रहेगा, वो या तो बढ़ जाएगा या घट जाएगा. इट मीन्स योर वेलोसिटी विल चेंज either on decrease side or increase side, but it will not remain same. Remain same the situation is of balance force. बैलेंस फोर्स में या तो उसकी मोशन पॉसिबल ही नहीं है, यदि वो रेस्ट में है तो रेस्ट में ही रहेगा, पर यदि वो 5 मीटर पर सेकंड में चल रहा है तो 5 मीटर पर सेकंड में ही चलता रहेगा. सो जस्ट आई टोल्ड यू एन एग्जाम्पल so that you can understand them well for balanced force and unbalanced force. So a result of the unbalanced force is that the motion is possible with a change in speed or velocity. The velocity cannot remain same. Either that can increase or either that can decrease. So let's say now a very important topic of the chapter that's called laws of motion. In the laws of motion, there are 3 famous laws of motion given by Isaac Newton. So these laws are called Newton's laws of motion. Today we'll be taking only one law of motion, that's called Newton's first law of motion, which is also known as Galileo's law of inertia. But before coming to the inertia, I will just read the law. You'll understand. According to Newton's first law of motion, any body remains in the state of rest or in uniform motion unless until it is acted upon by some unbalanced force. It means ये लॉ ये बताता है कि कोई भी बॉडी रेस्ट में ही रहेगा या उसी स्पीड में चलता रहेगा जब तक कि उस पर कोई फोर्स ना लगे या अनबैलेंस फोर्स ना लगे. Are you understanding? This law is actually related to the inertia that we'll be discussing at the later part of the video, but I will take an example to understand, make you understand that how this is happening. Now everybody knows the game of carom board, which is a very common game. At the center of the carom board, if you are making a pile of coins, carom board के जो coins हैं उनको हम लंबाई में खड़ा करते हैं और एक स्ट्राइकर से यदि स्ट्राइक करते हैं तो क्या दिखता है कि नीचे वाला कॉइन तो खिसक जाएगा पर जो बाकी जो कॉइन्स हैं वो वहीं रह जाएंगे. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि जो कॉइन हमने स्ट्राइकर से स्ट्राइक किया वो तो चला गया पर बाकी वहीं रह गया. सो दैट कम्स इन द स्टेट ऑफ मोशन बट रिमेनिंग कॉइन्स रिमेन इन द स्टेट ऑफ रेस्ट. सो हियर योर what you call inertia works. So let's take what is inertia first, then only we can take other examples. Just one example has been told to justify the example that ये कॉइन तब तक नहीं हिलेगा जब तक कि स्ट्राइकर नहीं मारेगा. सो ये कॉइन क्या अपने आप हिल सकता है, तो इट कैन बी ओनली रिमूव्ड और इट कैन बी ब्रॉट टू द मोशन ओनली स्ट्राइकिंग द स्ट्राइकर. बट अगेन व्हाई दीज अदर कॉइन्स आर नॉट मूविंग फ्रॉम द प्लेस? So this law is also called as law of inertia because this is connected to the inertia. So let's take the inertia in details. Inertia is a property to resist any change caused by the body depending upon the mass of the object. It means किसी बॉडी का यदि मास ज़्यादा है तो उसकी इनर्शिया ज़्यादा होगी, किसी बॉडी का मास कम है तो उसकी इनर्शिया कम होगी. बट just understand this thing. Suppose this body is very heavy and I apply a force. So this body will not move easily, but after some time it will move. It means for the time being when it is not moving, it is resisting the change. This ability of the body to resist my applied force, this ability is due to the mass, and that mass is actually not letting that body to move. So if I apply more force, this body will start moving. It means I have to overcome its mass. As a result, we can say कि जितना ज़्यादा मास होगा मुझे ज़्यादा फोर्स लगानी पड़ेगी, कम मास होगी तो मुझे लेस फोर्स लगानी पड़ेगी. आई होप यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड द एप्लीकेशन ऑफ इनर्शिया हियर कि एक हल्का बॉडी जिसकी इनर्शिया कम है वो जल्दी हिल जाएगी, और एक हैवी बॉडी जिसकी इनर्शिया ज़्यादा है वो उसको रेसिस्ट करता रहेगा, और ज़्यादा फोर्स लगने के बाद ही वो मूव कर पाएगा. सो दीज एग्जाम्पल्स आर गिवन just to understand the law. We'll be coming across many more examples of the law, but since inertia property has to be understood in a proper way, so I just told you some example in Hindi as well, so that the things can be more clear to you. And whenever we come next, these queries should not be in your mind, and we will be taking more examples for inertia as well as first law and other laws of motion. Till then, stay safe and thank you so much.